Ooh, holy shit. Phew. I was being choked up just as I was getting ready to do this. No feeling in the right side of my head. No stimulation. How does an OPP cop and ones that are guilty of sex slavery, human trafficking, homeless human trafficking for monetary gains and or exploitation for monetary gains, identity thefts, false arrests, kidnapping, sex assault, stalking, intimidations, obstructions, homicides, attempted homicides, identity thefts, murdering bloodlines with proof. Ontario Provincial Police, Spencer Mills 14716, ex chief or commander, Spencer Mills 14716, now allegedly Aurelia OPP, staff sergeants, years 2019 and 2021, sodomy, sex assault, and kidnapping. Ex chief or commander had me shot before leaving in 2019, drove a white Jeep Wrangler. Not by a bullet, but he had me shot with something and it went into my ear, and that's when all my problems began. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas. Stacy, a mental health worker, was Daily Tea Company, now Kingston, and Shelley Hafner or Huffner. They are all very seriously dangerous. They are organized with Lennox and Eddington Hospital. Even the CEO is involved with covering up crimes for OPP, crimes for himself, and crimes for his hospital and doctors. Medical treatment refusals, discriminations, being kicked out of the hospital, falsely arrested, done with the intent to give me a criminal record, which I never previously had, also done to get my pictures, print signatures, and everything else needed for this identity theft I am going through, and I will not be proven wrong, right, Spencer Mills? Half of the police involved are now gone, transferred to avoid arrest, charging, in hopes of using their badges, positions, credentials to be above suspicion, and also in hopes of deniability while still being guilty. They murdered my mother, they murdered two dogs of mine, throwing blood on houses, arson attempts, death threats, stalking. Billy Wolgers they harbor, wanted Kent they harbor, wanted inmates and use them for crimes while refusing their arrest, of course, because it protects OPP as well. One known as Billy Woltridge, 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario. He's also alleged Hells Angels Ontario chapter leader. He is a child stalker, a pedophile, a dangerous offender, and I am going through identity theft by this piece of shit. He is highly psychotic, highly delusional, thinks that we were switched at birth. I am 50, he's in his 60s or 70s, and also thinks that he is Harry Potter. Was stalking my mother, was calling my mother mom, and was phoning her and threatening her life and mine as well before she died, before they killed her. I spoke police crimes, and I've been going through this ever since. The medical treatment refusals, the file falsifications, medical blacklisting, cover ups, being kicked from the hospital, even by being rushed up there by ambulance and told that I'm still not allowed to be there. So, and that's happened more than once. poor, homeless, elderly, disabled. Beware, because once they cast their lies against you, you're screwed, especially here in Napanee. I hope this is being seen and I hope these are being shared because this is also how the murder to missing is happening as well. And this is no joke. They are very seriously dangerous criminals hiding behind badges and positions. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled are the ones that they are doing it to because they know that there is no help for them, especially with their positions. And once they cast their lies against their victims, there is, they know that they will not be believed, which ensures the crimes that they are committing here in Napanee with the justice of the peace, with the police, and others bringing in new rookies and everybody else who will take orders unquestionably from the higher ups to aid them in their crimes. And that's exactly what happened. March 15th or 16th, I go to get private prosecution. I talk about wanting to finish arrest and charging on police, doctors, even the justice of the peace, Billy Waldridge, and everybody else involved. I make a phone call to the CEO that day to find out whether I'm going to be seen, that I needed to come up to the hospital, and I was asking him whether I was going to be seen or whether I was going to be kicked out to continue covering up crimes that he has been covering up for and guilty of. I go up there, I get surrounded by a bunch of nurses and triage, including pellet and security, who has no business knowing any of my medical information, and then continued to stalk me through the fucking hospital, following me. I no sooner leave. There was nothing done. I no sooner leave. And next thing you know, I walk up Dundas Street here in Napanee from the hospital by the graveyard, and I was surrounded by police and told that I have warrants out for my arrest. Not one, but plenty, plural. And I would like to know from what, because I was never notified of anything. And then I was arrested and I was charged. I was taken to lock up, stripped down and taken to lock up and thrown in there and then released. This is being done and try in an attempt to try to fucking criminalize me, in an attempt to try to make me look like I am the one doing it. I am the victim here. Not to use that victim card, but I am the one that is the victim here. And these bastards are getting away with a lot of serious fucking crimes. I've proven my deforming and other stuff that's been taking place with me, but not being able to get any help, which benefits everybody involved and the ones that they will not arrest, ones that are guilty of attempted murders as well. One known as Billy Waldridge, one possible one Harvard inmate, Canada wide warrant, possible name Stephen Maven, real name 149 Center Street North, Blair Hardy, Blair Frederick Hardy, boyfriend to Spencer Mills, drug trafficker, drug lacer, guilty of rapes and guilty of multiple homicides. Tyler T. Bag Lake, guilty of attempted murder, guilty of murdering my dog, along with Jason Gimpy Two Step Van Alstyne, a stroke victim, a serious crackhead, a low-life piece of shit inbred like the rest of them. Guilty of murdering my dog and guilty of attempted murder on me, Ray, and Sam as well. The ones that have the two white pit bulls that live behind Mamma Mia's on the corner of East and Dundas Street here in Napanee. Also Dale Hartwick and Tony Hearns, a guy named Robert Barry, a guy named Bert Hustler, and Maggie Falls is also involved. There's another guy that's involved that's friends with Tyler Lake. He's fat. He used to sleep in the Royal Bank here in Napanee, and he has a redheaded girlfriend. They are also involved as well. All serious drug addicts, crackheads, meth heads, and junkies. And also anybody in Napanee or this area, beware, because I was told that there is people going around being sprayed with pepper spray. including children and animals, which is causing third-degree burns in victims. OPP has turned homicide and all of these other shit in Napanee into a fucking game. They are the ones behind it, using inmates, using their junkie fucks who they will not touch and arrest, while feeding them their drugs of choice and money for aiding them in their crimes. And I will not be proven wrong. I've already proven the obstructions of what OPP will do to get away with their crimes. So this is also about financial thefts and fraud as well. Identity thefts, financial thefts, and ending bloodlines, because that's exactly what this is. So after 3.5 years of stopping me from help and me even proving everything and still not being able to do anything about it, I also have police tracking on me as well. And another thing, OPP, I'm tired of being fucking stalked. I am not going to be threatened. I am not going to be intimidated every time I walk out my door just because you're the fucking criminals and you think that I am going to be intimidated. No more. No more of these fucking threats from you. I know you're watching me and I know just exactly what you will do and what you're about. You try to harm me in any way, shape, or form or come after me, will just prove your fucking revenge, you psychotic pieces of shit. Just like it has been right from the beginning in an attempt to try to shut me up so you can get away with this. And I will not be proven wrong. Well, you have to prove fucking nothing. Justice of the peace, doctors, CEOs file falsifications, medical treatment refusals, sodomy, sex assaults, and more. This is the OPP you think you know right here in Napanee, and how they're doing it above suspicion. Like I said, inmates, sex offenders, and others up on charges that they are giving drop charges to for aiding them in their crimes, i.e., Dale Hartwick and his boyfriend Tony Hearns, possibly. And the ones that are drug dealers with and for OPP and their untouchables, other untouchables, is Ray Ray, guy that has the white pit bulls, Jason Gimpy, Two Step Van Alstyne. They all hang out in Tyler Lake, Blair Hardy, like a meth lab in Tweed with Spencer Mills allegedly and Robert Kane. So OPP, you think you know, and what they will do right here in Napanee to get away with their fucking crimes one way or another. Like I said, I have no feeling or stimulation in my head, and I have it for months. Lies against me about being a self harmer, 100% bullshit. And it needs to be fucking proven by those lying bastards who are casting those lies that prevent me from help to get away with this while seriously injure me. And I had no neurological problems or anything else prior prior to being shot. So I was doing good mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. I was trying to improve myself and help others as well. I spoke police crimes and I became a target since 2019. So, families of murdered and missing, anybody that goes missing, human trafficked, especially around here, it is Lennox and Eddington, Ontario Provincial Police, and the doctors here, the hospital, and even the justice of the peace. And why they are doing it to the poor, homeless, elderly, disabled is because they know that we cannot fight the crimes that they are committing and the lies and bullshit against us. And that is 100% truth. Well, they have to fucking prove nothing. This is why Spencer Mills and the rest of them became cops, because they know that they can commit any crimes, never have to prove nothing, and get paid vacations where they can sit back even after being arrested and charged and still collect all kinds of fucking money while being free walking the streets. If it was anybody else, we'd be locked up and not getting anything. So how you're trafficking your victims over, you're causing memory losses in them, deforming skulls, injuring brains while buying time. hoping to mentally fuck them up, cause them long-term problems to get away with what you're getting away with. Human sex trade, slavery, trafficking. I am not going to be a fucking sex slave to no OPP cop or to no Spencer Mills, to no fucking Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, or other little homosexual fucking pieces of shit goof that are fucking 25, 35-year-old little punks, Billy or Blair or Tyler fucking Lake, and Jason Gimpy Two Step Van Alstyne. Ray, he is a fucking he's gay, whatever. I don't care, but either way, he's a child fucking groomer, and that's exactly what this pieces of shit are. They're all sex offenders, every one of them, and drug traffickers, right here in Napanee, and committing very serious crimes and getting away with it. Like I said, above suspicion. Everything I have said can and has been proven all 100% truth.